Welcome to Tales from the Empty Nest. She's Mama.
He's big boy.
We're just a couple of empty nesters that are recording a podcast episode on a Wednesday because we messed around and didn't record it on Monday, and then we messed around and didn't record it on Tuesday. So we're very late in the week for our podcast, but that's okay.
We're so busy being empty nesters.
So busy being empty nesters and having kids with exploding sunroofs.
Yeah,
and,
we'll get into that in a minute.
and whatever else. But yeah, I think we got a pretty good show tonight. I believe it's episode 8. I'm checking right now. I'm checking right now.
You didn't do your homework.
I know, I didn't.
Your pre-show homework.
I didn't. You're right. That's my
We're
bad.
so off our game.
It's my bad. Yeah, it is episode 8, and I think we have a pretty good show tonight, so stick with us, and we'll get right into it. We got a trip this weekend, so no pool and lit. What are we doing this weekend, Mama?
We are going to go to the Texas State Fair. We're big Longhorn fans, which it's been kind of a rough season so far, but there's one game we go to no matter how good or how bad the team is doing, and it's the Red River Shootout, even though they don't want to call it that anymore, but that's what we will forever call it. And we're going to go eat some yummy food and watch a football game and just have some fun.
That's right. So we're looking forward to the weekend. So no pool and lit, but we should have a lot of content from around the state fair. A lot of really crappy foods we're going to eat and beer.
Yep.
Maybe we'll count how many beers we drink.
Yeah, that might be a fun game.
All weekend or something like that.
I'm
Anyway,
have to load up my insulin pump with some extra insulin for all that food. But
there you go.
We'll see.
We have a really raunchy show this time because I picked all the topics.
See, I just told him before we went on, I said I don't remember any of the topics, so this is going to be fun. You might catch me off guard.
I will, and we have a mailbag question this time that's for you. I think it is for you. It's for both of us, really, but whatever. First topic: is there such a thing as too long having sex?
Yes.
Talk to me about it.
I don't know. Well, I think you probably brought this up because I have mentioned that before. For me, and I don't know if it's just for me, but when I finish, I can't go on and have more marathon sex. Like have some good sensual, good sex, and then let's wrap it up and let's move on. But then there are certain times where long, passionate sex is needed. But for me, there is a time. It just can sometimes be too long.
And I know this, but I have no idea what determines that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes...
I can't even tell you what determines that.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes...
Conundrum.
It goes on, and it's good for her.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And then other times she just all of a sudden is like, are you going to finish?
Yeah, do it already.
For a man, I don't think there is such thing.
Yeah,
unless you're going to pass out, which could happen at my age. Like, you could just become physically exhausted. But I think outside of that, I don't think there is any such thing as too long for sex.
And sometimes you do go into it going, hey, we got 5 minutes. You want to do something? Let's do this real quick. And then you know ahead of time that there is a time constraint. But
yeah, I'm not talking about that.
It's hard. I know it's hard for you to understand when it's okay to carry on and when we need to wrap it up.
I think that's a question.
I don't even know about myself.
I think that's a good question for all the people that listen is, do y'all deal with the same thing?
Are we abnormal or is this normal?
Do you have no idea outside of a few things, like the typical things, what your partner wants you to do during any particular sex session? It's a good question. I don't.
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean,
we do.
At least I'm having sex.
Yeah, I feel like we communicate in a respectful way.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Right.
So the answer is a mixed bag, and I bet you it's a mixed bag for almost any couple that it can be too long. And it's like you said, sometimes it can't be too long.
Right.
But other times it does. And that's just
you never know.
That's just the duality of women. Or that's the nice way to put it, I think. Yeah. But another topic for us tonight, babe. what's the right way to argue in a relationship? Because I feel like a lot of people struggle with this probably. I know we struggle with it.
We do, big time.
Sometimes we're really good. And I'm not talking like, I think there's two different kinds of arguments. There's like the ones that just come up about whatever, and it's really not a big deal either way. And probably the next day you're both going to wake up and go, I don't even remember what we were arguing about. And they're easy to just kind of like slough off, and it's like no big deal. No feelings are getting really hurt. But then there's like the arguments where like they're deep, like there's a lot of feeling behind them on both ends, or maybe not on both ends, but at least on one side of it, there's like a lot of emotion to it. And I think those are the ones that get out of hand if you don't do them right.
Yeah.
And can lead to like grudges and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You and I have argued many different ways, and I feel like we're in a better place with that. Unfortunately, our kids have got to witness some pretty heated arguments because we just didn't know how to communicate back then. And I wish we would have had the tools, that we have now to have, handled those disagreements. But I think a big one is try not to resort to name calling.
That's certainly
that one always cuts.
That's
deep.
Rule number one. Don't call names.
That always cuts deep.
Because that you're right. It can be very hurtful.
Yeah.
And even it doesn't matter if you don't mean it. It doesn't even matter if your partner knows you really don't mean it. Like it's still like hurtful, right? For someone that you care about to call you a name. And we're not certainly everything we're gonna say about this we have done to each other. Yeah. But I think that's a good one. I think the other one. I think another really important one is like the way you speak, like not you did this or you did that, but
you made me feel
like this, or this is how.
If you've watched any of our previous or listened to any of our previous episodes, you know that we've been through therapy, and that's one thing we learned is how to communicate. And it's not saying you. It's this makes me feel a certain way when you say this or when this happens.
Yeah, because I think the second you say something like you did this or why do you do,
the person
get on the defensive. And then, I think that's just human nature. It takes, again, especially, it depends on the argument. It depends on the topic of the argument, I think. It depends on where the other person is, like just in their state at that time. I think there's probably times where arguments have turned into big arguments for me that probably at a different time they wouldn't have. Like I wouldn't have gotten so upset or so mad or whatever the case may be.
And I think a big thing we've learned, and I used to be guilty of this, is holding a grudge.
Used to hold grudge?
Oh, yeah. I would hold grudges. I think we both kind of did. And now if we have disagreements and we just go to bed just going, man, it's not even worth going anymore and talking about this anymore. We're just going to go to bed and just whatever. And then you wake up the next morning and, hey, sorry. And then you love each other again. And,
Yeah.
I think that's important that we don't do that anymore, because it's nice to just start with a clean slate. And then when y'all are calm and can address things, then you can address things later.
I think that's another good point. Like there is a certain time to have certain discussions. And if you start to get the sense that your spouse or significant other, whatever you call them, isn't into having the conversation at that point, you should probably...
and also communicate that too.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I want to have this conversation.
Yeah, I want to have this conversation. I can tell,
yeah.
I can tell you're not down with this conversation right now. I think that's a very respectful way to say this is something that's important to me, because just like putting someone on the defensive by saying you, if you keep just going after somebody and they're not here for the conversation, they're going to resent that and they're going to go on the defensive, I think, and probably blow up about it because they're just like, why are you still going after me about this?
Yeah, you can have a fight about a fight. We've done that before.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a ton of different, I think not keeping score. I think it's really another thing that's kind of human nature is even if someone does approach you the right way and says, hey, when you did this this is how it made me feel, or when you did this is how it affected me. It's human nature to go, oh, well, you do da-da-da-da-da.
That's still hard not to do. That's a hard one.
It is a hard one.
Because it also falls in line with, we both always want to be right. So when you keep the score, it's like, well, you're right about something, kind of. So that's a difficult one that we still work on to this day.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like I do that. I don't feel like I keep score. Do you feel like I keep score?
I don't know.
She doesn't want to say. She doesn't want to say so because she doesn't want us to be in a fight. That's fair.
We can discuss later when you're ready to
when you're in
talk
a better,
about that topic.
Yeah, that's fair. I think we've never had really physical interactions, but I remember a time a long time ago when we were first married. I don't even know what we were arguing about.
Don't you do it.
What, I can't tell? I gotta tell. This is funny.
Sorry, my cat just bit me.
I think, we were arguing about something. This is before we even had kids. And I don't remember saying anything like particularly offensive, but whatever I said like really pissed Mama off. And all of a sudden some keys go flying across the living room.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. I'll always remember that because
I'm a thrower.
Well, but I think that's the thing. You're not really a thrower. Like, I don't ever remember you ever doing that ever again since then. I don't remember you ever doing that before that, and I don't ever remember you doing that after that.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but you made me mad, and I wasn't within striking distance, so
yeah,
I let my keys do the work.
So the moral of that story is like,
don't piss Mama off.
Well, no, don't be physical. don't let it turn into. Turning things physical can get really bad, and
That's
I think
true.
A lot of people have a problem with that too.
There are regrets. That's an embarrassing story for me. It's not my proudest moment.
Well, this was like
I was probably
25 years ago.
I was probably 20 years old, probably. Not that is a good excuse, but
yeah.
I've grown a lot since then.
What else? Like, I think don't do that. Mama just did the little hurry up thing at me.
Wrap
again.
it up.
No, there's nothing to wrap up. Like, we're just talking.
That part may be a little uncomfortable.
Oh
I'm
God.
scared what you're going to say next.
Y'all are sensing a trend with Mama. When Mama gets uncomfortable, she just wants to wrap it up.
Next.
She just wants to go to another topic.
Subject.
But we're not doing the next subject's way worse.
Oh no.
Yeah. So watch yourself. Watch out what you ask for. But yeah, so I think really it's just like almost treat your partner how you would want them to treat you. And I know it's hard to think about that in the heat of the moment. But I'm a hothead and you're a hothead. Like, we're both hotheads. I'm definitely more of a hothead than Mama is, but we're both hotheads. And things can get really out of hand really quickly. So I think you kind of have to know that about yourself and know what triggers your partner and what triggers you. And you just got to make sure you're not doing the things that trigger your partner and hope that they kind of return that in kind, right?
Yes, correct.
So that's our thoughts on how to argue. Like, you just got to be civil with each other. Oh, and the other thing I would say, the ultimate like big picture thing I would say is make sure you're talking about the problem. Make sure it's you two against the problem and not you two against each other.
That's true.
I think that's in any kind of conflict, whether you're talking to your spouse or talking to somebody at work, whatever. Mm-hmm. A lot of people get caught up in the easy back and forth of you did and I didn't and all that crap. They lose focus of what the actual problem is. What
was the problem?
Yeah.
Yep.
So keep those tips in mind, man. We hope that helps y'all. Let us know if y'all have any other tips. Y'all might have better tips than we do. We're not experts, by the way, but I think we're a lot better today than
I know we
used to be.
Oh yeah.
And like the fights don't escalate as badly, mm-hmm. and we get past them
really quick. Yeah,
a lot faster. So yeah. So we're kind of experts. We're semi-pro.
That's right, semi-pro.
Semi-pro arguers.
There's always areas to grow in.
Grandparent name update.
Oh, yeah.
So last show, Mama had the great idea to talk about grandparent names. And we I don't know, we talked for 10, 15 minutes about, are we supposed to pick them, or would our kids pick them? Would we just let the grandbabies decide? And then we kind of talked about like what we thought we would want our grandparent names to be. And I didn't really have a good answer. You had one that you liked. And then we did a TikTok over the weekend, and we kind of said, "Hey, grandparents, like, let us know." And we have gotten a ton of response to that.
Yeah, it's really cool to see the names.
Yeah, so thanks for everybody for responding and telling us y'all's little stories.
Yeah, Mimi and Gigi were ones that were pretty popular, and
for grandmas. Yeah,
yeah, and we already have a Gigi and a Mimi.
Yeah,
in our family too. So
anyway, we did the video, and I'll let you tell this.
Our daughter came over for a surprise visit on Sunday. We weren't really expecting her. And so I just kind of asked her, since we were, recently on the topic of discussing it. I said, "So what do you think our grandparent names should be?" And she's like, "Why? What?" Like, she was thinking like maybe something was coming up with her brother or something. But no, I was like, "No, we were just curious. We were just talking." And she goes, without skipping a beat, she said, "You be Grandma and he be Grumpy." And I'd say, "You're going to go to Grandma's house or Glammy's house, and Glammy and Grumpy's house." And I died laughing because it was like kind of perfect names for us, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, you see him on TikTok and you hear him on the podcast, but he has a really, really unapproachable vibe and face he gives off, and he looks mad a lot. And so our daughter just finds it funny, and so she's grumpy. And, I try, I guess, I don't know, it kind of was a compliment to me that
you're glamorous.
But anyway, I thought that was funny. We're going to go to Glammy and Grumpy's house. Like, that's freaking awesome. I like that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny when Mama told me that. But what's interesting? I thought that Glammy would be like, or Glama or whatever would be like completely original. I've literally never heard that.
Yeah.
There's some people in our responses on that TikTok
that's awesome.
They started out as Glama, and here's a theme I saw in a lot of the responses. They would either pick their names or their kids would pick their names, but then the kids couldn't say the name, so they'd call them something else, and that's kind of what stuck with them.
Right.
So I think
we're open to that.
Yeah,
too.
I think that's fair. I think that's what we'll do. We will let the firstborn.
We'll lay down.
We'll let the parents of the firstborn grandchild try to give us a name, and that's what we'll call ourselves until the grandbaby can speak and either messes it up or goes with it, and we'll just go with that. But after that, I saw some other responses where they were two different names to two sets of grandbabies.
Nope.
We're not doing that.
Nope.
Because I'll mess that up. That's too much for me to think about.
Thank God we only have 2 kids. Because, man, could you imagine if people were trying to do that?
So anyway, I think that's a funny topic, and Grumpy was another one. Grumpy, there was several Grumpies. Yeah.
Oh man!
And I've
when
never
our daughter
heard
told us
either
that,
one of those.
It made me crack up. Like, it was more of your name because it's such a good description of you. We're gonna go to Grumpy's house. Oh, that's funny.
The grandbabies are still gonna run past you to get to me, so I'm not worried.
They're gonna run past Grandma to go to Grumpy.
To get to Grumpy. Grumpies are cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, we think that's what we'll be is Glama and Grumpy. So thanks everybody.
I like Glammy better though.
Well,
Glammy and Grumpy.
whatever.
That rhymes. That goes together better.
Whatever.
I'll take a twist on it.
It's gonna turn into Grandma.
No.
It's gonna turn into
Glammy.
No, it's gonna turn.
Don't say Glamma. Glammy.
It's gonna turn into the one you hate.
Oh well.
That's the one that
Whatever.
Yep.
If they call me that and they can say it right, I'll be whatever they want me to be.
That's fair. That is fair. Definitely 100% fair. So anyway, I thought that was a cool topic. We'll have to think of our next big topic like that. But yeah, man, good. Interesting to see all the names like range from, and there were some that were, another one that I've never heard, Lolly and Pop.
Oh, Lolly.
For like lollipop.
That's cute.
Yeah. I saw that one probably, man, I bet I saw that one 15 times.
Wow.
Lollipop. Lolly and Pop. So, interesting. I mean, if anything, it was cool just to hear what all these grandparents are called. 'Cause, I mean, I got to be honest. I had some weird ones. I called mine some weird ones.
Mm-hmm. You did.
But
mine were just grandma and grandpa on both sides.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm not even going to embarrass my grandparents. God rest their souls. Except for one, my grandma, the one I call grandma.
Yeah.
90 years old.
Still kicking.
Over 90 years old.
Spicy.
Smart as a tack. Sharp as a tack, whatever it is. Smart as a whip. Crack as a whip. I don't know what it is. Anyway, she's
get it.
She's killing it.
Yeah.
So yeah. What are your biggest pet peeves, babe?
About what?
I don't know, just period.
Peeves. Oh man, that's a
pet peeves in marriage. We could start there and branch out.
Pet peeves in marriage.
She has no pet peeves in marriage.
No.
I am the perfect husband. I am a trophy husband. I've been saying this for years.
I have a very high expectation of a clean house, and is not when you do not hold up to my standards. That's been rough the whole time. I do know I have some high expectations, but
she has very high expectations, but I also feel like at least pretty recently, and recent, I mean like in the last few years, and I'm not trying to dish your cleanliness. I'm just saying you don't get as worked up about things that you used to get just like absurdly worked up about.
That is something that you have told me that has bothered you, and I've tried to work on. And so I try to give a little more patience and time for the clutter of the house. Hey, I'm just putting this here temporarily, and I'm going to come put it away. And I give it a couple days, and then I communicate with you. All right, I am now to the point where
you do not communicate with me.
I am uncomfortable.
And this is my pet peeve. You just move it.
No, I haven't been doing that lately, though.
If I don't say,
no, you gotta give me credit. I feel like I've been doing better,
babe. If I don't say I'm leaving this here, please leave this here because I'm leaving this here to remind me, like a bill or something, like something in an envelope. If I put it on the counter and I don't say I'm leaving this here so I remember to do this tomorrow, I will come out there and it'll be gone. I forget. That's why I do it, because I forget.
Like that's old us. Because now I tell you, hey, I'm moving this to here.
No.
And then you don't remember I said that.
No, bro. No. You move stuff still. Probably not as bad as you used to. But that's not even the part that's not even the pet peeve part of it necessarily. The pet peeve part of it is when I go, hey, did you move this? And then I get gaslit, you didn't move it.
There are sometimes I get blamed for stuff though, and you forget you did it.
It's because I've spent 20 years with you moving my stuff all over the place.
It's even. We're even.
We ain't even.
Back to keeping score.
Well, this is a light one you can keep score about. This one doesn't enrage me. This one's just like a. I've learned to just go, this is just how she is. But it's still like a pet peeve. But
I love when I get to go, see, I didn't do it. You did it. You moved it. I didn't do it this time.
Which is probably like 1 out of every 300 times. Wow. Yeah. What's another pet peeve, babe? Like just general. Doesn't even have to be marriage.
Man, I don't even know.
Stupid
You're catching me off. Yes. Like in general? Okay, freaking what is our cat doing right now?
She's eating
She is eating metal. What is the matter with you?
Just let her do it.
Sorry, distracting. Yes, stupid people, man. I mean, I'm not even that smart. Like, I'm just a normal person. I'm just normal. But golly, just common sense drives me nuts. And it probably is a pet peeve to you when I come home and vent to you about stupid people.
It's not necessarily a pet peeve.
Jesus.
I'm here for it, like in small doses. You can say Jesus. It's fine. I'm here for it in small doses. And I think most men are, we've talked about this before. Men are problem solvers. So if someone sits down with a man and hold on, if someone sits down with a man and says, "Here's my problem," whatever it is, like here's the problem, the man is automatically, during this whole time that this story is coming out, is considering all the information they're getting. They're formulating like their opinion on the information they're getting. And then at the end of all that, they're going to go, well, here's what I think you should do. And I think that's fair, but what I didn't really realize, women just want to talk about stuff.
Just want to vent. We don't want a problem.
And they don't even want anybody to tell them
right.
anything.
I just want you to listen. I just need your ears.
So the solution is call your girlfriend and tell her all this stuff, because she's gonna understand that.
No.
Yeah.
You just listen.
I can't do that.
And then you tell us. So what we don't want you to tell us is that, like, sometimes we don't want you to problem solve it. We just want you to be like, man, you're right. They were fucking stupid. Like, we don't want you to go, well, if you think from their perspective or their point of view. No. You just sit here and you be on my side, on my team, and you just go, yeah, that was so stupid.
I have principles, but I think that's a woman thing, though, because you've talked about how you've had friends before that, like, you'll see your friends, like, do something dumb, and there's always the one friend that's just like, yeah, that's not your fault. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
But you're like the honest friend that'll be like, well, that was kind of stupid.
Yeah. I don't want that from you, though.
It's the same thing for men. Like, that's how men think. So, yeah. Anyway, we kind of got off track. What was it? Oh,
Pet
mine.
peeves.
Yeah. Inconsiderate people. Like, really drive me crazy.
Along with stupid, but
I don't think it does. I think inconsiderate to me means you know what you're doing is probably wrong, but you do it anyway because it's easy for you. Like, the biggest one, and this is the reason I don't go to grocery stores anymore.
Oh, man.
The people that will stop in the middle of the aisle with their carts.
Yeah.
One's going one direction.
Exactly.
The other one's coming the other direction. And they block off the whole aisle and literally have a conversation.
And then they act like you're the problem.
Yeah. They act like you're crazy when you go, excuse me, can I get down the aisle? You're like inconveniencing them. Mm-hmm. And to me, they know damn well it's not right to stop in the aisle like that. And it's certainly not.
Or do they? That's the problem.
They have to. There's no way you can't. There's no way that any person raised in America thinks it's okay to stop the cart in the middle of the aisle and have a conversation. I just don't believe that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I think people are just inconsiderate on the road. Huge pet peeve. I don't have a lot.
You have bad road rage, though.
I do. One of these times, y'all are going to catch me on TikTok. We're gonna be shooting a video. Oh, I got a good one of Mama getting all pissed off. I don't think I've posted
I do have
it
my
yet.
fair share of road rage, but
yeah. But I don't really have a lot of pet peeves in marriage. I think that's like, give me my peace, which you do most of the time, and don't hide my shit. And then like make it seem like
I'm gonna hide it even more now.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide it even.
That bugs you.
I'm gonna hide it even harder now.
Watch this.
Whatever. What's the rules in y'all's house? And I'm gonna put this out there, and we'll laugh about it. What's the rules in y'all's house about eating leftovers? Because Mama got real pissed at me because I ate some leftover chili cheese dogs the other day. I'll let her tell her side of it. I'll tell my side of it, and then you guys can be the jury.
To be fair, you and I growing up, leftover city, right? We had a leftover night. You pull everything out in the fridge and you're leftover. I'm like, dude, I didn't even like it from the get-go. Like, I don't want to eat it again. Like, down my throat. And so our kids never really were leftover people. I never forced them to do that because I knew how much I hated it. And you and I are not huge leftover people. Like, you know.
I grew up that way.
But, man, it was Monday. Okay, so I will say this. He is the cooker in the house. I used to be back in the day when I was a stay-at-home mom with the kids when they were little. I would cook. That was my job. Like, literally, take care of the house, take care of the kids, and cook. And he went to work. No problem with that. The stuff I cooked wasn't, like, glamorous or anything like that. It was freaking stuff the kids would eat.
It was glamorous, babe.
Okay, thanks. But I don't feel like it was glamorous. But anyway, fast forward, and our kids started to become teenagers. They weren't really at home for dinner or doing sports, this and that and the other. And then we also changed our diet, and you started really taking over the cooking. And you really love it. You love the cooking. You love the grilling. So I was like happy to pass that torch. And so, anyway, I kind of got off topic, but he cooks a lot. And so I do have that expectation every night pretty much that he's going to cook me dinner or cook us dinner, not just me dinner, but us dinner. And I think it was Monday night, this Monday.
It was Monday. It was the Monday after the weekend, and I cooked chili dogs on Sunday.
Yeah. And he wasn't going to cook on Monday. It was just going to be, I think that's right, because I don't remember what it was. Help me fill this in. Because that's why you weren't cooking something. And I was like,
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just didn't eat Monday night.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit. Like, what am I going to do? I have like nothing. What am I going to cook? What am I going to eat? I'm hungry. I came up from working out. And usually when I come up from working out, he's cooking in the kitchen. And it's like, I get my little cool down, whatever, and then boom, dinner's ready. I don't have to think about it. It's fantastic. And I love him for it. Well, Monday night was just off. And I was like, you know what? There's freaking 2 leftover chili dogs in the fridge. I am going to attack those. Nope. What happened there? Because we don't normally eat leftovers. So what had happened there?
I was standing there. I was standing there at the island in the kitchen, and she opens the refrigerator and turns around and just gives me like the biggest go to hell look ever. And I knew I was fucked. Like I knew exactly what.
Not only did he not cook me dinner, he ate what I had my hopes and dreams set on were the leftover freaking chili dogs.
So I did. I ate the chili dogs, but here is my side of the story. My side of the story is when I got done eating my chili dogs on Sunday, we were finishing up our dinner, and I was cleaning up everything, getting ready for the next day and all that stuff. I said, "Hey, do you want me to put these away for you?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "Yeah." Yes. She goes, "Because I might want to." She goes,
so I thought they were mine. I staked my claim in them.
Yeah, but
that's true. Listen, yeah, you're telling a little bit more of the story now.
Listen to the wording. I might want one of those later.
Yeah.
Which to me means later tonight. Because we ate it probably like 4:30 on Sunday or something like that.
Yeah.
We had been drinking all day. So like it would not be odd for you to and she eats every 5 minutes. So it would not be odd for later that night for her to go like, "Man, I'm hungry. I'm going to warm up one of these chili dogs." But here's what I also know. You don't usually eat bad at all during the week.
That is fair.
And you get very regimented, and you get back to like what you do.
Yes.
And so I was like, you know what? Those chili dogs are in there. I'm going to take away the temptation from Mama.
Oh, my God.
And I'm going to eat those chili dogs because she's
not going to be the hero.
She's not even going to want them anyway.
No, I staked my claim.
And you did. And I guessed wrong. And that's fair. But
I said, you acted like, hey, I'm not going to eat these, but do you want me to save them? And I was like, yeah, sure. I might eat them later. So I thought I staked my claim in those hot dogs. And just to let you know, I wouldn't have eaten them with the bun. I would have just done some chili and the hot dogs.
That's fair. So it was
you stole my joy.
The great chili dog war of last month.
I don't even remember what I ate. What did I end up
Mondays
eating?
ago.
I can't remember. Whatever. Who cares? I didn't eat chili dogs, though.
You didn't. And I saved you. Those were calories you didn't need, babe. You didn't want them. You didn't need them. It is what it is.
So anyway, I am a little spoiled because he does cook for me a lot. And just happened to be that one night he was like, either I'm not cooking or he was cooking something that I just really did not have a stomach for. I can't remember which was which. But usually he He feeds me pretty good.
I do. So here's a topic you brought up last week, I think, just during the discussion. And I've asked you all kinds. I mean, we've asked, is Mama a swinger? Like, is she got an OnlyFans? Like, we've had all these conversations. So I got to ask this one. You mentioned an indecent proposal.
Oh yeah.
Last week, and I think you said something along the lines of like, I would just let you do it or something like that. Like, and it was just kind of in passing. It might have even been a conversation we were just having. I don't know. Indecent proposal. What are your thoughts on that?
So here's my thought on that. And I think I've said this before in the swinger comments. I can't remember. Heck yeah. Like, for me or you.
So, for me too?
Yeah. If we can earn money. But here is the, I just, you can never see the person again. It's got to be a
one-time deal.
I don't know you. I'll never see you again. I'll never keep up communication with you again. It's got to be a one and done. That's where I might be okay with it.
So no, like round 2 on an indecent proposal?
Nope.
What if they came back and said, I'll double it for another indecent proposal?
For you or for me?
Either one of us.
I don't know.
They would triple it for me.
Man, that's rough. That's a little sticky situation there.
Well, like, so indecent proposal, obviously, like, I don't think anybody in your town would come in indecent proposal you. Like, I think this would be like you're on a trip, and it doesn't have to be in Vegas, by the way. You don't have to be gambling for this to happen. Mm-hmm. This could happen on our trip in December. Someone could indecent proposal one of us.
Say, hey, can I have your husband?
Yeah.
For the night?
For, like,
I'll pay you $100,000.
What would you say? Like, seriously think about it. Because it's easy just to go, heck yeah, I would do that. But you're pretty damn jealous.
I am. That's what I'm saying. If you never saw this person again or kept contact with them again.
Which odds are pretty good that would happen.
I mean, I am pretty comfortable that I can please you. Like, I know you better than anyone else does. So I think it would just be like the fun situation as something new, but I still know how to please you 100%.
So the answer is we are swingers, but it costs a lot of money.
It costs a lot of money. And you can never talk to the person.
Yeah.
Again.
There's no multiple swinger parties with this. It's one and done, and it's expensive if you want to get with Mama and Big Boy. So get your pocketbooks ready.
I once was I did get some digits one time in Cancun. I don't know if we talked about Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yeah, but it was from a chick.
Yeah, I know. Still though, I got some digits.
Yeah, that was funny. I was off like. So we're in Jamaica. We're hanging out by the pool. Our deal in Jamaica was this, and this is what we'll do in Mexico too. But we would get up early, and we may not work out, but we got up every morning.
We
and
got
we
up
went
every morning in
and
Jamaica.
Lifted,
we worked out.
Yeah. And then we go get cleaned up and ready, and we would probably be at breakfast by like 9:30. Soon
maybe earlier.
Sometime, yeah, whatever. We would eat breakfast way earlier than the group we were with, and we'd be out in the pool.
They all had young kids, so. They were sleeping
not with
in.
them.
I know, not with them, but it's a different lifestyle.
Fair enough. That's a superfluous detail that nobody needs. Well, I'm talking about us. Nobody cares about them.
Yeah, fair.
So we go straight to the pool from breakfast, start drinking, and then probably by like 11 o'clock, for sure, Mama would start getting hungry. I'd start getting hungry. So we'd have they had a really good snack stand. Anyway, we'd be eating. We'd get back in the pool. Anyway, we had just got done eating, I think, and I was like cleaning up the mess or doing something, and I look over, and Mama's talking to this other couple, like not like around a table, they're like standing out in the middle, kind of by the bar, and I didn't think anything of it. I turned around, continued doing what I was doing, and then I turned back around, and they're playing like club music, hip hop music.
They are playing some.
I turned back around, and they're both like rubbing their butts on each other, dropping it low, like Mama's smacking her in the ass and vice versa.
We were having a good time.
No, they were. And so I go over there and just to like, what the hell is going on? And we start talking to this couple or whatever. I think they were from New York or something like that.
Connecticut.
Oh, okay. Anyways, same thing. I'm sorry for all you people in New York or Connecticut. If it's not Texas, it's like regions for me. But anyway, yeah. So they're dancing. I got to smack her booty. She was a BBL, a big booty Latina. Yeah. But anyway, she hands Mama a card when they leave to go up to their room.
She says, we're going to be back in our room for the night.
Yeah.
And she hands me her card.
Yeah. Call me or something like that.
And it completely flew over my head. I'm like, oh, yeah, girl, that's fine. And then he was kind of like, I think you just got invited to their room.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that was only a few years ago, so we still got it. So I fully expect to get propositioned hard in Mexico now that this episode gets out.
Yeah, I know.
The word will get spread around. Make sure you bring your checkbooks, though. It's not going to be cheap. That's all I got to say.
No, you're expensive.
I
pay for you every day.
I'm especially expensive. I got to defend my fashion because I was maliciously attacked last week for my fashion.
Yeah.
I asked Mama in our 5 questions, our interview spouse thing, what's one thing you would change about me? And she maliciously attacked my fashion. I do not dress bad. She's crazy. I was not dressed bad at that concert. I had some boat shoes on. I had some khaki shorts, some nice khaki shorts.
You're at a country concert. Wear your Wranglers, wear your hat, wear some cowboy boots. You have all those things.
I was at a concert that it was 100 degrees outside.
Not inside.
We weren't inside.
Oh, you're talking about the most recent. I was thinking of the benefit concert. Okay.
It was
outside concerts.
It was hot walking to the concert at the inside concert.
Whatever.
I'm not going to be uncomfortable to wear. I don't like jeans. That's like a work thing for me now. I don't. I can't just be busting out jeans. Even in the winter now, I wear sweats.
Well, what you had on last night for dinner was really nice. I told you that.
It was a pair of a pair of jogger pants
on
and a t-shirt.
They were very nice.
And a hat.
Yeah, it looked good. It looked good.
So
he did better.
I feel like what I wore to the concert that you dissed me on was better than what I wore last night.
No.
Yes.
No.
100%. It was a button up.
No.
It was a button-up shirt.
No, you look
a
too
nice
shorts in that outfit.
I look too what?
Dad in that
Well, I am
outfit.
a dad.
No,
I know. I'm not trying to.
Your little joggers, you looked more hip. It was kind of cool.
Whatever. This is bullshit.
I'm telling you.
So yeah, don't listen to Mama. I have tons of sport coats and nice shirts and. But I have no place to wear them anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So. I'm not one to talk. Like I've mentioned before, I'm a nurse. Like I wear scrubs, and then on the weekends I pretty much wear bathing suits like 5 months out of the year. So I have no idea what looks good either, other than I think it drives you nuts when I'm like, this is look good, this is look good, this is look good.
Oh,
like
man.
I have no idea.
That's a topic.
I know
that's a topic we got to talk about.
That drives. It's a pet peeve. He didn't even know about. So I said
it's not a pet peeve.
It drives him nuts.
I'm writing that down literally right this second.
But our daughter tries to really help me, but I always tell her, what you think looks good, it looks good on you. It just does not translate to your almost 45-year-old mother. So, yeah. So I struggle with her helping me out.
Sometimes it does.
Sometimes she does a good job. But most times it's what looks good on her, but not good on me.
Let's talk about
fashion sense is a struggle.
For you.
Yeah, both of them. No, please.
I've got fashion sense.
No, you don't.
I just don't give a shit.
I
am so past the give a damn stage.
That's true.
I am like 5 seconds from like long socks up to my knees with like sandals on.
Okay.
That's how close and a fanny pack. Like
that ain't getting you any money when we go to Cancun. So
I bet it will.
Just letting you know.
There's some old women that want to get down. They want to get down. Regularity of sex in a marriage. Like, what do you feel like is the sweet spot there?
I'd say at least 2 times a week.
At least 2 times a week. I think that's true. You got to get the weekend ones in. you got to. But then the ones during the week are good too. I bet. So let's say it's 2 times a week. That's 104 times a year, which is a third of the year, roughly. A little less than a third of the year.
I mean, sometimes it'll be more, and sometimes you'll just barely make the mark. So,
yeah, but it can't be less than 2.
Yeah,
like if you're,
I feel like we consistently hit 2.
Yeah. All right, mailbag question, and this came as a comment on one of our other episodes, and the question was like, did your wife, I think what the exact wording was, did your wife become more comfortable with her body? And he kind of told a story. He was like, when the kids were in the house, my wife would always like cover up because she was afraid the kids were going to barge in, stuff like that. But when they would go places, she would be more free with her body. That's what it was. That was his wording, free with her body. Do you feel like any of that changed for you?
What do you mean?
When the kids moved out, do you feel like you got more free with your body?
No, because you and I grew up very different ways, and I grew up where we just didn't care about that type of stuff. So if my kids caught me in I'm not going to be like naked, but if my kids caught me in my bra and my underwear, I'm not going to care. And I don't feel like they should care seeing me in my bra and my underwear. It's no different than being in a bathing suit, like a bikini. One thing that has changed since the kids have moved out, and I mean, this is just being point blank, is I can be louder during sex and not have to worry about can they hear me.
Yeah, I think that's probably the only thing.
The covering up thing is not a big thing for me. I know it has always made you feel weird. Like our kids could come in and talk to me while I'm like peeing, and I don't. Well, I don't care.
I think he meant like
care.
She would cover up during sex.
Cover up during sex? Oh no, I would never cover up during sex.
Well, you do sometimes if it's cold.
Well, if it's cold, but not due to the kids being at home.
Yeah,
but the sounds I would muffle, and that was harder.
Sometimes you would, sometimes you wouldn't.
Yeah, sometimes you just couldn't.
I would have to muffle her for her.
At the end of the day, is it a bad thing that your kids might hear that their parents are having a good time?
I heard my parents having sex.
I could be in the minority here, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, they might be like, ew, cringe, but at the same time, it's like, man, my parents are like loving each other. Yeah. So
I think
at the end of the day, it's not a bad thing.
I think it's like just a part of being a youth is that you're going to hear your parents having sex.
I mean, neither one of our kids have ever said, ew, y'all be quiet or anything like that.
That's
so I
true.
feel like whatever we did was decent, or we didn't make them feel uncomfortable.
Or they're just wild too. They're just buck wild. I'll answer the question by saying I don't think your sexuality has changed much at all since the kids moved out, because I think you've always just kind of been the way you are sexually. So, especially like in the last, I don't know, 5-6 years.
Yeah, and especially when they got to be old enough where they should be and could be out on their own. Like, dude.
Yeah, leave.
At your own risk.
Yeah, you're in my house. I don't think we take advantage enough of the kids not being here while we're talking about this, while we're on this subject. Like, we need to start, like, getting crazy all over the house, marking our territory in all spots of this house. We still haven't christened the blue room.
I know, we haven't.
We might get off right now and go christen the blue room.
That room is really nice, by the way.
It is. I love that room. You did a good job.
It's cold. It's dark. It's pretty. Love it.
I told you all that.
I want to be a guest in my own house so I can stay in there.
You can. Go in there and take a rest. Have a weekend in the blue room. All right, that's episode 8 of Tales from the Empty Nest. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Mama, thanks for being here and answering the tough questions and getting in the good arguments. Ziggy Cat's just sitting over there loving life right now.
She's been a little pest, but she's probably calming down right now.
You guys have a good Wednesday. We will be back. We're going to be back Monday. So get ready. And we're going to have stories about the Texas State Fair, all the terrible food we ate. We'll definitely talk about Mama trying on everything.
Trying on outfits?
Yes.
I'm about to have to do that right now because I have to pack. We leave tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
I struggle with that. I don't ever know what to wear.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll argue about it next week. Anyways, you guys have a good night. Thanks for listening.